Your thoughts?
What? What? Who?
Nice.
Just loving you. If anyone should ever write my life story.
Oh, 9:02 on this beautiful Monday morning. It's the 8th day of January, and right here on our daily show, we got a great week lined up for you. I love kicking off the year on a great note, and we have some great guests. Before we get to all of that, I hope your weekend was a really good one. You know, it was kind of weird. Remember on Friday, I kept saying, you know, there's a chance for a winter mix, and everybody did, but I don't think we could have expected 2.5, 3 inches of snow. But the best part of it, I don't know how you feel about this. For me, the best part of it was the fact that it was melted by Saturday afternoon. I thought that was great. So we might get a chance for some, snow accumulation tonight into tomorrow. Chad decided, and I'm going to be honest with you guys up front, I kept saying that Chad Scott with Hyperlocal Extreme Weather would be in today. Not the case. He decided that this system isn't going to be one to really follow. We're going to stay up to date with it to see if we get accumulation. He didn't feel comfortable with the graphs and the recent projections, so we decided to hold off. He said there's a chance for some more severe snowfall in a couple of weeks. So we'll wait on that, and we'll wait for some more significant events to utilize Chad and Hyperlocal Extreme Weather. But stay up to date with RiverBender.com/weather today, tomorrow, and throughout the next couple of hours as we wait that projected precipitation map. Coming up on the show today, Rusty Wheat, the Chain Gang, going to join us in about 20 minutes' time. Then at 10:35, we are talking to Abby Thurman and Ab's workout plans, grand opening open house, and a ribbon cutting. We're going to get the latest and all of that and so much more. But at 9:04, on this Monday morning, here's what's happening around the Riverbend. Make sure you sign up for your daily email update, and you'll never miss out. You can join myself and over 70,000 people that are in the know each and every day of the work week and on Saturdays with Around the Riverbend. Oh, before I do that, welcome aboard. We have Liv in for the next couple of weeks. She's an intern from SIUE, and we're excited to kind of have her in the office and letting her kind of learn with us and grow with us and having her utilize, her talent. So we're really excited, and welcome aboard for the next couple of weeks, and we're excited to have you. Dan Brannon is our content director, and he reports the following on this Monday morning. Out of Edwardsville, a Ferguson, Missouri man was charged on January the 5th, that's Friday, in the death of a Maryland Heights man after a body was discovered in Alton in a wooded area on Lincoln Avenue. And here's the latest. Madison County State's Attorney Tom Hain and Alton Police Chief Jarrett Ford announced on Friday that 44-year-old Ferguson man Antonio M. Baker has been charged with first-degree murder in connection with the death of a man whose body was discovered in that wooded area off of Lincoln in Alton. The 34-year-old victim found in the wooded area was identified as Andre T. Hawkins of Maryland Heights, Missouri. Alton police took Baker into custody Thursday night in Missouri, less than 48 hours after the discovery of the victim's body. A municipal worker discovered the body of Hawkins shortly after noon Wednesday in a wooded area along Lincoln Avenue. Hawkins is said to have suffered numerous gunshots. Baker was being held Friday afternoon at the St. Louis County Jail pending extradition to Madison County. Haines' office has filed a petition to deny pretrial release for the defendant. Circuit Judge Kyle Knapp ordered that Baker be held pending a hearing on the detention petition. Haines said he expects the evidence at trial will show that the killing was not a random attack, but rather the result of a dispute that happened in Missouri. Here's a quote from Tom Hain. Why this occurred in Alton is unknown. All parties involved were residents of Missouri, but choosing to bring any violence to our streets is a very poor decision. In Madison County, we take violent crime very seriously and will aggressively prosecute this heinous act. Our law enforcement agencies and the state's attorney's office are working hard to keep our neighborhoods safe and secure justice for victims when crimes do occur, wherever those victims are from. Hain commended Alton Police and other law enforcement agencies involved in this investigation, along with Assistant State's Attorney Luke Yeager and other prosecutors assigned to the Violent Crimes Unit at the state's attorney's office. Police Chief Ford thanked multiple agencies that collaborated with Alton Police in this investigation, and both Hain and Ford offered condolences to the family and the loved ones of the victim. We will keep you updated as more details do emerge. Out of East St. Louis, Dan Brannon brings us the latest. U.S. Attorney Rochelle Odd Crow announced Friday afternoon that a district judge has sentenced a felon from East St. Louis to 97 months imprisonment after he admitted to conspiring to launder money and distribute drugs in southern Illinois. Donald Perkins, 37 years of age, of East St. Louis, did plead guilty to one count of money laundering conspiracy, one count of conspiracy to distribute marijuana, one count of possession with intent to distribute marijuana, and one count of felon in possession of a firearm. Brian Robinson, 60 years of age, of Florissant, was charged in the indictment with money laundering and was sentenced to 3 years of probation in September 2013 on top of this case. Law enforcement executed a search warrant on Perkins' East St. Louis home in November 2021 and recovered more than 550 kilograms of marijuana. While executing the search warrant, officers found a pistol belonging to Perkins, although Perkins was already a convicted felon previously and therefore unable to legally possess firearms. This case was part of an organized drug enforcement task force operation known as OCD-ETF. It identifies, disrupts, and dismantles the highest level of criminal organizations that threaten the United States using prosecutor-led, intelligence-driven, and multi-agency approaches. Sydney Sinks reporting out of Godfrey. The class of 1986 for Alton High hosted their second Freezing for Funds event and raised nearly $7,000 for the YWCA. On Saturday, January the 6th, roughly 20 people waded into the lake at Glazebrook Park to raise money for charity. Freezing for Funds started in 2022 and raised $3,500 in its initial run, and after a hiatus in 2023, it returned to 2024 and doubled the donations and participation this year. The Alton High class of 1986 organized the event with committee members Craig Lombardi, Cammie Geertz, Tanya Hooper, Tricia Conrue Perks, Shane Calhoun, Mindy Meyer, and Mark Haynes. Participants donated to the fundraiser when they signed up. Each participant chose a nonprofit, and the names of the organizations were entered into a drawing to see which would receive all of the funds. Godfrey Mayor Mike McCormick drew YWCA as this year's winner. Coffee and hot chocolate were provided by Shivers, and Jim Mager, the Godfrey's Director of Economic Development, performed music throughout the event. Lombardi thanked participants and sponsors for joining this year's Freezing for Funds. For more information on the campaign, you can visit freezingforfunds.com. That's freezingforfunds.com. Out of St. Louis, an ongoing story, 20-plus ideas for the Rams settlement funds have been selected to move forward for public vote. Over 700 ideas have been submitted by residents on the Citizens Lab portal since its launch in August of 2023. In December, the Board of Aldermen passed Board Resolution 159 to share their priorities for the Rams settlement, informed by resident input through a citywide survey and multiple public hearings. Those priorities include upgrading water infrastructure, improving city services by attracting and retaining city workers, increasing public safety, catalyzing downtown reinvestment, increasing community mobility, and increasing access to affordable child care. The voting period does end on February 2nd, and residents can learn more, vote, and receive updates by visiting stlouis.citizenlab.co. Out of Springfield, Hospital Sister Health Systems in Illinois are pleased to announce the top name chosen for babies born at each hospital in 2023. At HSHS St. Elizabeth's in O'Fallon, the top baby boy name was Oliver, and the top girl name was Olivia. In Springfield, the top boy name of 2023 was Hudson, and the top girl's name was Aurora. And one local one out of Litchfield, the HSHS St. Francis Hospital, top boys' names, they're tied this year, were Liam and Riker in Litchfield and Eleanor at St. Francis Hospital. Those names were part of over 4,400 babies delivered at the hospitals in 2023. Out of St. Louis, you can get ready for a Lunar New Year celebration like no other. Drunken Fish is kicking off their Lunar New Year in style by hosting a party in honor of its 20th anniversary. You can join them on Friday, February the 9th from 7 p.m. until 1 a.m. at the Breathtaking View, located within the historic Coultery Building at 612 North 2nd Street in St. Louis. View's fifth-level event space sets the stage for this unforgettable 20th anniversary extravaganza with a nearly 360-degree view of downtown. Guests will enjoy stunning vistas of the Gateway Arch, the Eads Bridge, and, of course, the city skyline. Drunken Fish has an exciting lineup of events planned for this year, and what better way to start than with the Lunar New Year party. This event is all about celebrating diversity and culture. Guests are invited to immerse themselves in the spirit of Asia through a variety of all-you-can-eat Asian cuisine and live entertainment. The night will feature a Chinese lion dance, live DJ, kimono, shot girls, live sushi chef, cash bar, and much more. We will keep you updated as we get closer to February 9th. Dalton Brown reporting out of Jerseyville as we wrap up this newscast on this 8th day of January. The Jersey County Republican Central Committee is hosting their annual Lincoln Day dinner once again starting at 5 p.m. on Saturday, January the 27th at American Legion Post 492 in Jerseyville. This year's event will feature keynote speaker, Illinois Supreme Court Justice Lisa Holder White, who also recently visited Jersey Community High School last November. The Lincoln Day dinner will begin with cocktails at 5 p.m., followed by dinner at 6. Tickets are $25 at the door, the cost of which includes a catered dinner with gourmet desserts, water, tea, as well as admission to the guest speakers. In addition to the speakers and dinner, the evening will also see a silent auction, a raffle, a 50-50 drawing taking place, giving attendees plenty of chances to win lots of great items. American Legion Post 492 is located at 300 Veterans Memorial Parkway and West Fairgrounds Avenue in Jerseyville. For additional information, you can visit jerseycountygop.com. That's jerseycountygop.com. Or call 618-978-7160. And to support the Jersey County Republican Central Committee with a donation, you can contact 618-772-4315. 9:14, let's take a quick check of weather. 33 degrees on the thermometer. It feels like 30 today. A thick cloud cover and breezy. A little rain this afternoon. Tonight, breezy this evening, and they can be met with some wet snowflakes that are mixed in with the rain as the sun goes down. Temperatures will reach 41 degrees today, drop down to 34 overnight as we head into Tuesday. On Tuesday, they're predicting 95% chance of precipitation. 40 degrees for the high, 26 for the low, and then we head into Wednesday where we can expect 40 degrees on the high side, 27 for the low, and then on Thursday a high of 43, a low of 36, and then on Friday, get ready for more snow, 95% chance of snow on Friday, a high of 41, and a low of 16 degrees, but we'll keep you updated as we get closer to Friday. For weather updates throughout the day, go to RiverBender.com/weather, and for time and temperature, a landmark phone number. You call 618-465 465-4545, this time powered by Tom Wayne. He's your local State Farm agent. I've repeated that number at least 400 times. You think I'd know it by now. Hey, what I do know is coming up this Saturday at 7 p.m. at Lewis and Clark Community College It is the big one. The Harmon Bluegrass 46th Annual Lewis and Clark Community College Show this Saturday at 7 p.m. You can call for tickets. They're only $20 per person at 618-278-4422 or 618-917-7355. Those numbers again, 618-278-4422 or 618-917-7355. 5-5. That's the Harmons in action this Saturday at Lewis and Clark Community College for their 46th annual LCC show. This show also features Mo Pitney, a hell of a lineup, and they want you in attendance. You can call 618-278-4422 for those tickets. They're $20 per person. If you haven't gone yet, I'm telling you, you need to go check out the Harmons. They are fantastic, and they're going to light up Hathaway Hall this Saturday at 7 p.m. And make sure once you call them for tickets, just say, hey, CJ sent me your way. 9:17's the time. We'll take a quick break. Rusty Wheat, the Chain Gang, joins us once again in studio with the latest. We'll come back with more after this.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank. The local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
RiverBender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBender.com.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Jesse James, still trying to make a name, knowing nothing's gonna change what I am. I was a young troubadour when I wrote in on a song, and I'll be an old troubadour.
I'm just a bill on Capitol Hill.
That's right. That's right.
Rusty Wheat, how are we doing this morning, man?
I'm doing very good. Very
I
good.
love that show. No one that's younger than my generation, I don't think, because at St. Mary's, they made us watch all of those Schoolhouse
Yeah.
Rocks, and those are my favorite.
I think a lot of kids don't understand how government works and stuff. They think that like you work for the government, and they don't understand the government works for you. So,
well, you know, I still err on the side of the most dangerous phrase in all of humanity is "I'm the government and I'm here to help."
Ronald Reagan, yeah, he had that down. He was one. Now, don't get discouraged because of the blue. I was trying to get rid of a judge, or I was trying to make sure that the right judge got voted in. Judge Jumper was my man. Unfortunately,
he was mine too.
Yeah, he's a good man.
I like him a lot.
He's a good man.
I like him a lot.
Yeah, so that's my plug for Judge there. So
yeah, well, you know, I just love when I saw it. I went, "Damn, why didn't I have that song queued up?" And I could have played "I'm Just a Bill
Yeah, up on Chapel Hill. Yeah.
Well, a couple of months ago, Rusty, you joined us to fill us in on the opportunity that was coming down the pipeline. We knew about it first. This Adopt the Highway in Madison County.
Right.
And it's official.
Yeah. The official, the board voted on it the last
Wonderful.
meeting. They've approved it. So it's a go. Yeah. I mean, if you have an organization that would like to adopt a road, or maybe your church would like to adopt a road, or something like your radio station would like to adopt a road, that's the way to go. I'm going to turn that phone off of mine.
Well, I think it could be mine, too. My phone's been blowing up. You know, you said it. I don't know what happened, Rusty. A couple of months ago, we really turned a corner, and I'm just glad that everyone hangs out with us in the morning to talk about things that are going on, man.
I tell all my friends, hey, check this out, man. They got a good podcast over there. They got a lot of things dealing with the local people, and I just think I believe firmly in what you guys are doing here.
Thank you very much. Well, let's get back to this, because we were talking about this, and I'm still pressing the guy upstairs to get us on a team and pick
John,
up some road.
We hear you, John.
So this is for businesses, organizations, individuals, doesn't matter, correct?
Yeah, and really, or I'm just a private individual.
Yeah.
The chain gang is just me.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a few people, friends of mine that help me out occasionally, and I think Sydney joined me for the day.
She loved it.
She became an honorary member. But yeah, you don't have to be any. I do a 1.mile stretch under IDOT, and I have a couple of roads that I do for Madison County, which since they've just got this program, I guess I'll have a sign put up soon. I haven't decided what I want to put on it, but it's equal to about 4.5, 5 miles.
Wow.
But to see the county roads, you don't have to do them as often. County roads, you can only pick them up maybe once a month, and you're in good shape. Where I do on 143 is because I'm constantly battling with the MBI trash trucks coming off the interstate, heading to the landfill. So.
Now, which stretch did you take up in Madison County?
I have Wanda Road and a stretch of Moreland Road.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah, not real heavily. I mean, Wanda Road's a little bit busier. They get some trucks going down that road, but that's right where I live, so it's a little more,
Really cool.
I don't mind doing it. Yeah. Moreland Road is right down the road a little ways, and I don't know how long I'll keep that road, but for right now, I'm going to.
And now this is pretty easy to find the information to, correct?
Yes. Yeah, you could just contact Madison County on Facebook. Madison County, it's called Madison County, Illinois Government. That's a wonderful page. Cynthia Ellis does that page. She works for Madison County, and she does a newsletter called Talk Around Town, and that's very good, and that's where you got that flyer from. I highly encourage anybody that uses Facebook to check that out, because it's a wealth of information. Now, soon I talked to Cynthia, and she's trying to get it so that she could be getting a direct email.
Oh,
you
wow.
can give her your email address, and you'll receive it in the mail once it comes out.
I like that.
Right now, you can check it out on the webpage, though.
Well, and now take me through, because I was looking down, and I know that, coming up, my brain head moment of today is April 1st is Earth Day. And,
April 22nd.
Oh, April 22nd.
22nd.
Oh.
Well, at least it was last year. I think it is this year again.
So, Earth Day, what are we doing?
You haven't decided yet. I've talked to a couple board members. I wasn't real satisfied with the board member that I was working with last year. I didn't feel like she really put anything into it other than try to get a little PR out of it. More power to her. But this year I'm looking for some new blood. I'm going to try and talk. It depends on who gets elected. That's a hotly contested thing. I got my thing here. Chris Slusher is up against Kurt Prenzler, and both of them I think are good people.
Yes.
Kurt has helped me at every step of the way, and Chris feels like he could do a better job than what Kurt's doing. So.
On top of what you said, I highly agree with you. Two good people that really are meaning what they're saying. No matter who gets it, I think that they're going to care, and that's a safe bet.
Now, I know other people have conflicting opinions, but for my cause, as far as the trash, Kurt is pretty much an advocate of trying to get we have different opinions on how to do it, but we both have the end result is the same that we like. And Chris's parents live up in Kendall Hill.
Okay.
So he's lived in that area. He lives in Wood River. He drives that every day, and he's expressed to me how upsetting that is to him to have to drive through that every day and see it. And as well, like Chris DeCliff, he drives from Alton right through there too. So yeah, it's something we want to get taken care of. And so whoever wins the election, I wish them the best.
Same here.
I just want to work with whoever.
Same here, and
Yeah.
that's all it's
Yeah.
about, is just
Yeah.
progressing towards a better tomorrow.
Yeah, but we've had some good things have happened. We've got some signs put up now that say penalty for littering the public highway. Those are Madison County signs, and the IDOT is installing their signs on their stretch of the highway as well. So that's pretty significant. And as I mentioned before, we've only had in the past 2 years, we really only had 2 warning citations issued. But just in the past week, Roxana has issued 2 citations
Wow.
to the trucks. Yeah, and I've talked to the people at MBI. I talked to the safety director just the other day, and Jason Belton, the landfill, and they're aware of what's going on. That's a pretty heavy fine, from my understanding.
Well, and on top of that, so there's 2 things with that, and I've said it last time you were on, and the way I look at it is I go back and I look at New York City in the 90s. There was crime everywhere, litter was bad, everything was getting broken, and they got really strict. And you couldn't even jaywalk without getting a ticket. And I think that's how you have to be with trash. Once you start reining them, and it's hard because the resources are thin as it is. We've talked about that. But I think once you start administering some of those fines, people's eyes start, kind of going, uh-oh, let's start getting on some folks. And I know it also starts with all of us tying up our bags, too.
Yeah, I talked to the guy from MBI Trucking, and I understand his point of view, and he says, well, we're not the only one that litters. Well, what does that matter?
Right.
What does that matter? You've got 90% of the trucks coming down there are your trucks, and so we have a bag or 2 fly off, 1 out of every 10. You're still polluting, 10 times more than anybody else.
Well,
I find cans and stuff, hubcaps, but for good Lord, man, how can they keep using that excuse,
That's like going on 4th of July when the cop writes you a ticket for shooting fireworks off, but our neighbor is.
Yeah, everybody's doing it.
Well, you got caught.
Well, anyway, hats off to Chief Cunningham from
Yes.
Roxana Police Department, because they have issued 2 citations, and those are pretty costly. From my understanding, I think they're like $400.
Wow.
So that news will spread, and I'm hoping that they will start buttoning up their trucks a little better. Top that off, I've been working with, trying to work with the state's attorney's office. The state's attorney is just overwhelmed right now,
Yeah.
but one of the things on their agenda is to address this and see that we can't put a little emphasis on the police force to enforce this more than we have in the past. And now that we've got the signage out and we had them sign letters stating that they would do this, I think we got the state's attorney's attention, and they're going to proceed and help us out.
Well, and really, I think this is you and I have said this before, Rusty, it's a nonpartisan issue, and I think it's one that could be easily solved. You just take a couple of minutes, maybe a couple of days, and work together. And maybe it's not that quick, but I think that
whatever side you're on is an electable issue.
Right.
I mean,
right.
Who wants to go against it? Say, I thought the trash was okay.
Right.
So, get on the right side and let's get it done. That's the way. That's the way I feel about it.
I have a quick question because I got to take a quick break here.
Yeah.
I want to ask one last thing, and I don't know if you know this. I don't want to put you on the spot. Can Honor Society and all those call Madison County like a local high school and say, hey, we have an honors group that wants to sign up?
Absolutely. It's not my place to do so,
Right.
but I wanted to call the high schools and encourage them. I was going to call Roxana High Schools, they're close to my home, to encourage them. There's groups, the German club, the Spanish club, the athletic club, or
Soccer,
whatever.
any team.
Yes, the wrestling team. Anybody can adopt a small stretch of the county road. They'll get their name put on a board, a sign out there, and they really only have to take care of it about once a month. If that, and it's not going to be that. Maybe you're talking about a couple hours once a month.
Well, and on top of that, Rusty, we're at the point here for juniors, you need your Honor Society credits.
Yeah,
and this
exactly.
could be a great way to get them.
When we had the Earth Day event, we had some Edwardsville students that worked, and they had me actually sign off on a piece of paper saying that was funny. I felt like I was writing my own note, but that was cool. But there's a lot of things, and I encourage the high schools. And like I say, I know it's not my place to do, but I'm hoping that once the election's all over, I can sit down and talk to whoever is going to be running the show and say, look, let's really get organized and let's put some emphasis on training the kids early, or at least letting them acknowledge what the problems are.
And as far as I'm concerned, just kind of before we take a break on the election, just the way the numbers are in the last 3 elections for county, I think it's safe to say whoever wins that primary will be your county chairman.
Yeah, I agree. And I've heard some rumors about the opposition that would be running, and I'm not real excited about that on the Democratic side. I know they're keeping that hush-hush right now, but
and I don't know who it'll be. It just numbers are.
I've got my speculations, but I'll leave it to that.
And we'll leave it for the commercial break. We got to pay a quick bill. Rusty Wheat staying with me. 9:30 is the time on this Monday morning. We'll come back with more next. When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
Is it time to buy, sell, or even time to consider a short sale of your property? Meet Lisa Webb, owner of 3rd Street Realty. This local, women-owned, family-operated realty group has over a decade of experience in foreclosures, first-time home buying, and so much more. 3rd Street Realty prides themselves on holding your hand through the entire process. Let their expertise guide you to your dream home. Visit 3rdstrealty.com and start your journey with Lisa Webb today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Maybe I'm afraid of the way I leave you. Maybe I'm amazed at the way you help me sing my song. Right me when I'm wrong. Maybe I'm amazed at the way I really feel.
You know, I like Wings. I think Paul McCartney's Wings is okay.
Yeah.
You know.
Can't go wrong with Paul McCartney.
Nah, you can't. So, coming back, we were just going in commercial break, and one of Sparks Junk Removal and Hauling's commercials were playing, and you were talking about just, a little bit of some passing conversations.
Yeah, I've talked to Denise because she's very critical of her crew, making sure that they do a good job. I mean, if you have some trash, and in fact, I had some trash laying alongside the road, and what I do normally now, I call the person where it originated from and say, hey, I got your trash. And they can take it from there. They'll call their provider and say it. Well, I called Denise, and hey, I got some trash. Did your truck do this? And she went to the limit and found out where that trash come from, where her trucks were from, and it was not her truck. And she had a meeting, I guess she holds them from time to time with her crew to make sure that they, people are watching, pay attention, don't let that trash fall off our truck. And I admire her greatly. I really do, for the simple fact that she's a local businesswoman that has went up against the big machine, the Republic machine, and I've encouraged her to bid for that work along the highway. Madison County outsources the trash pickup with a firm out of St. Louis. And first off, I don't like that money going to St. Louis.
No.
I'd rather it stay here. But secondly, if anybody's going to get it, I would like to be a local business like hers. And so I'm hopeful that she'll be bidding on that work, and she can get it. It's pretty outstanding. If you look at the numbers, how much the county spends on that when it breaks down to per trash bag. We FOIA'd the invoices on how much the county is paying out for that, and it's pretty astronomical compared to what they're receiving. And I did the numbers on it, and it breaks down to about, for instance, if we hire an agency to come and pick up trash along the side of the road, it takes about $35 to $45 a bag.
Wow,
that's what the county is paying out. That's the bottom line. I know there's a lot of fees and stuff in there for the trucking company that I don't understand, the insurance that I don't even want to understand. But I do know what the bottom line is on the cost, and that's what it's coming down to.
Well, and not to cut you off, Rusty, but I'm really critical of who I have sponsor this show. And I've been that way. I don't want people that I think are going to do a bad job and I'm going to mislead people. And it's great to know, just because I've had conversations with Denise about this, and to know that she is caring and she is really diligent about it. And to hear it coming from you, who you don't care who it is, you're going to let them know.
I still have Republic Trash Service do take care of my business, only because my driver is very conscientious and he does a good job. always has as long as he's been there. Long went before it was Republic, when it was Sanders.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to throw him out. And I'll do anything I can to help Denise and her business ventures and to gain. But until I have a problem with that driver, he's a grandfather just like me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I support him because he supports me, and that's the way I am.
Right on.
And Denise has got my utmost respect, but and I told her that too. I would like to someday take on Sparks as my carrier, but right now I've got a good guy that works for Republic, and I'm going to take care of him.
So can I tell you a funny story real quick before we go back to this? The other day was Saturday. You're gonna laugh your ass. I was garbage truck comes down. I have the big guy, and I don't have Denise because I'm in Alton. And it took me 4 months to get a trash can. I called every week and said, "Can I just get a damn trash can? I want to throw my." I've been taking it all over. So they come, and I asked the guy as he's back out. I said, "Hey, where do I put the trash can?" He goes, "On this side." Okay, so I walk it across the alleyway. He left it. I followed him. I said, "You forgot my trash can." He goes, "I'll get it next week." Oh, what the
Next
hell?
week. Yeah, next week.
But going back to this, Rusty, and I'm not patronizing you. I want you to know that it's really cool, in my opinion, that we have somebody that's really diligent about litter, because if we didn't have somebody that really cared, it's going to get bad pretty quick.
Yeah, oftentimes I get frustrated and I think, the hell with this, man. I'm not going to do it anymore. Nobody cares. nobody gives a rat's ass, but then, you can't. The truck drivers come by now and they give me thumbs up. I'm waving to them. Before I was like, want to give them the bird and stuff, and now they're driving by and they're waving at me. These guys don't want to pollute our areas.
No.
They don't. They're just doing a business. They're driving a truck, and it's unfortunate. But like I said, little things happen. The safety, the director of safety from MBI Trucking called me Friday, and which is outstanding. He called me and he was talking about some things, and like I said, naturally he's not going to think that it's their trucks, but I understand his point of view. But I'm here to educate him. You know what I mean? So I've invited him to come work with me. If he wants to do that, I'll show him what the trash is. But getting back to what Denise talks, I could pick up about 4 bags of trash in a couple hours. Easily.
Yeah.
And I'm walking quite a distance. Over the holiday season, after the holiday season, I had picked up 8 bags in the same frame. It's just that just gives you an idea how much trash comes off at different times of year.
And now, do you think, and this is just a question for you, do you think a lot of it is because people are leaving their bags untied and just heaving them into their trash can? Or
no, the majority of what I pick up is shrink wrapping, strapping on pallets, surgical suits, rubber gloves. Things of that nature. Now, trash bags, I pick up a lot of trash bags, but they're all empty, and those things are the trucks are netted over, but the wind creates such a vortex in it. Anything that's not secured will just jiggle its way out, and it just doesn't have to be a very big opening. It'll get out. The people from MBI think, well, we got all this new netting and stuff. Well, I'm trying to tell you, that netting does wear out and holes develop, and it doesn't take much.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much at all, and then out goes the shrink wrap bag or whatever. But shrink wrap, sometimes I'll be dealing with 10 to 12 foot pieces, that it just,
that's dangerous. I mean, that's really dangerous.
Yeah, there's been cars going down the road that have been affected like this, where trash is thrown off it onto their windshield. I haven't heard anything catastrophic, but thank goodness for that,
Well, it's one of those things that it won't be until it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, with that, and here's my thing, why don't they use one of those like truck beds that, you can just pull over the vinyl type of cover?
Yeah, I got a shout out to board member Terry Akers. When we first started getting into this, he said, that's what we need. We need a solid container instead of just the. And I thought, who is this guy? He is crazy. They're not going to change their netting. You know how much that cost? And now that it's been a year later, he was absolutely right.
Yeah.
Terry Akers, if you're out there listening to me, I mean, he's a Madison County board member, so he's got my vote. If I could vote for him, I don't know, but he's a man of knowledge. A couple things I wanted to shoot fast before I got to get out of here. I don't know how much time I got.
A couple minutes.
But I'm looking back at what we had done this year, and I posted this on my page on Facebook. And sometimes I get kind of, like I said, I get bummed out. I don't really think I run out of challenges, thinking, what am I going to do now? And I write so many damn letters, and nobody reads them. And I'm sure as soon as they see my name, they're like, oh, file 13, this guy. So I have different ways that I tried to make sure that they get to see those letters. But looking back, I'm pretty happy that we've had so far this past year, we had the Madison County Earth Day cleanup, and that was pretty successful.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to encourage either Chris Lusher, Kurt Prenzler, or Mike Babcock, one of those, to help me this year. The county board authorized $200,000 for environmental cleanup. I'm not for certain that would have happened unless I wrote all the letters. And I know I'm not just taking all the credit.
No.
There's been other people doing it. But I am rock solid on this. I'm not going to let up. And for them to do that, I think it's good. People say, well, that was our taxpayers' money. Well, that's fine. But I would rather, I mean, at least we know what our taxpayers' money is doing. So
Exactly.
yeah. At any rate, the Adopt a Highway program from IDOT, I've been able to utilize that, and now Madison County has their own. I called Alton. I called the city of Alton to find out if they had any interest on doing their own Adopt a Highway program.
What was the thought?
I haven't heard back from him yet. But, John, if you're listening, you're not off the hook, buddy. Because if Alton gets that program.
I'm thinking. I know, and I'm serious because I think it's a great idea.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's good. The county program now is, and I got those signs installed. And a lot of people will give me a lot of grief and they say, what do you care about those signs? And that's not that big a deal. The big deal is the police officers, the chiefs, had to sign a letter stating, before the signs were installed, stating that they would enforce it.
Yeah.
And now since Roxana has actually started enforcing it, and I'm not, I'm hats off to Roxana because, like I said, I know their hands are tied. It's frustrating. They go to the state's attorney, and the state's attorney says, "Are you kidding? Littering?"
Right.
But it's a problem. And as I was trying to explain to MBI Trucking, you can have 10 trucks drive by and they'd be fine. But that one truck drives by and has a bag that flies out. Now you compound that by 100 trucks. And so you've got 10 bags a day, or 10 pieces of trash a day flying off.
Well, Rusty, it's a frustrating issue, like you just said, because everyone knows it's an issue, but where are we going to utilize our resources? At the county level when it comes to prosecuting, issuing warnings and things, or down to the police level where, maybe sometimes, like we've talked about before, you got violent crimes and then you got to kind of sidetrack and go to. But it's really cool the way that we started talking last year and just see the growth that really has happened.
Oh, yeah.
And
I'm really excited about it.
It's been enormous.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. And like I said, it's cost me some friendships, some hard feelings and stuff because I don't go the way people want me to go.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I'm going to go. I don't know what's going to say. I just write a bunch of letters and then what the reaction I get, that's what direction I go. And I'm always looking for different angles and stuff. I'm always looking to badmouth the city of Wood River, maybe force them into helping me or something. And no disrespect to those people, but it's the way I operate. Yeah. I will do anything and everything I can. I get out there and pick up trash on the hottest days when it's snowing out there. I will be out there picking up trash so people can see me and say, "Man, that guy's an idiot. What's he doing?" But it draws attention to the issue.
Andrew, but you aren't like our government saying, "Do as I say, not as I do." You're out there doing it.
Exactly.
And
exactly.
To me, this is the thing I've stressed for months. You might disagree with some things, but there's always the Facebook poster out there. No matter who you are, everyone gets tired of something and posts it on their Facebook. And to me, what you're doing is what we should be doing. Instead of just going and bitching on Facebook, pardon my language, but actually sitting there and coming up with a plan and doing it. Because unless you put it into action, you're just going to be sitting there talking to nobody.
Yeah, and I always tell my kids, there is no reward for being normal.
No.
If you think you're going to get some type of reward in this life by going through being normal, you're going to be mistaken.
Yeah.
So you've got to figure out another way to get some things done and do it peaceably, law-abiding, but do it any way you can.
Absolutely. And Rusty, before I say goodbye, is there anything else that we need to talk about for right now?
No, I just wanted to shout out to Sydney. I think Sydney
She's
is
great.
your writer that you have. She come out and worked with me, and I was so amazed by her because I was talking junk the whole while we were there, and I was thinking, is she listening to this? Is she paying attention? And then later on, I read her article, and she nailed it.
Yep.
She nailed it. I don't know how she remembered all that stuff, and some of the stuff I had to tell her to back off on. Don't say too much of it. But she nailed it, man. She nailed that gal. I think pretty highly of her, and I think good things are going to come from you guys working together.
So I completely agree, and we're starting in something else because she did the blog on her day with you. On Wednesdays, starting this Wednesday, we're going to start Blog Talk, where she's going to kind of take it a little bit further and go behind the scenes a little bit and explore it a little bit more.
Cool.
So that starts Wednesday at 10:10.
Cool.
Rusty, one last time, I do want to fill folks in. Adopt a Highway has been officially launched in Madison County.
Yeah, contact the Madison County government. Call your county highway engineer. or get onto Facebook. And like I said, look at Facebook, Madison County, Illinois government. That's probably the easiest way.
Yeah.
And that not only just this, there's a wealth of information that Cynthia Ellis has put together.
Yeah.
For that. So.
And then what's the best way for folks to stay up to date with Chain Gang?
You just pay attention to the Daily Show, find out when I'm on here. You want the good stuff, you got to pay attention, you know what I mean?
There you go. Rusty, man, thanks so much for hanging out with me today, and we'll talk again soon.
Yeah, hey, I hope to. Take care.
9:45 the time on this Monday morning. A quick break. Your Daily Show will continue after this. Oh, I did this last time, Rusty. I keep hitting the wrong button. Now we'll continue after this. Is it time to buy, sell, or even time to consider a short sale of your property? Meet Lisa Webb, owner of 3rd Street Realty. This local, woman-owned, family-operated realty group has over a decade of experience in foreclosures, first-time home buying, and so much more. 3rd Street Realty prides themselves on holding your hand through the entire process. Let their expertise guide you to your dream home. Visit 3rdstrealty.com and start your journey with Lisa Webb today.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Lennox.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Lennox products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
Welcome back to our Daily Show. Here's CJ.
that land of gentle breezes where the peaceful waters flow. Spread your tiny wings and fly away, and take the snow back with you where it came from on that day. The one I love forever is
I love that song, 950, and I think Elvis does a better job. Anyway, with that being said, I know I'm going to get yelled at for that. Hey, something really interesting came down the pipeline here from OSF Healthcare, and before I do that and talk about it, I do want to fill you in that 3rd Street Realty has a brand new Facebook page. So I just want to make sure that all of you do know that you need to head on over to 3rd Street Realty right now on Facebook and like and follow, because they had to kind of start all over. So let's do what we can to help Lisa Webb and 3rd Street Realty out. And let me talk a little bit more about 3rd Street Realty. With Lisa Webb's team, they have decades of experience. And what I think so great about this woman-owned but family-operated company is that family values matter to them. They aren't looking at you as, oh, let's get to the $1 million sales mark this year. They're looking at you as a family, as a person that wants to start the next chapter of your life. And whether or not that means buying a house, selling a house, or starting over in a foreclosure, because there is nobody better when it comes to foreclosures and the art of a short sale. You can go to 3rdstrealty.com. That's 3rdstrealty.com to see the latest listings plus that educational material if you are in a bind. Because, you know, like I said, during the holiday season, there's a lot of families out there that, you know, won't be able to celebrate the way that some of us get to be able to celebrate because of those, you know, looming foreclosures. So just be aware of that there are people hurting. But if you are one of them, 3rdstrealty.com, 3rdstrealty.com, and Lisa Webb, she'll always be your advocate. Hey, OSF Healthcare providing some really insightful information. Emily Ilsom has a New Year's resolution for kids and their parents. So pledge to keep your hands clean and away from your face to prevent the spread of illness. Before I even go into this article, this was the fight that my family and I had while I was a child. And I'm still a bad nail biter. I'm going to be honest with you. There's just something about it, and I got to stop it. But Issam is a certified medical assistant in pediatrics at OSF Healthcare, and she often sees young people biting dirty fingernails, not washing their hands properly. And, well, here's a little bit of a primer. Issam says people of all ages should trim their nails regularly because nail hygiene is important. Once a week for fingernails, twice a month for your toenails. I just think that's gross. Good rule of thumb. In between trimmings, watch for dirt and other filthy matter caught under the tip of your nails. Some nail clippers with a scraper tool to remove that debris, but do not use your mouth and clean your nails. Our nails carry so many germs and bacteria. That's how people keep getting sick and spreading illness, Issam warns, referring to putting fingernails in your mouth or even on your face. You can also chip teeth and get facial warts and pimples from putting your nails on your face. That's what Emily Issam says. So here's a quote. Excuse me, not a quote yet. Some people have long nails, either they're real or they're, artificial. In these cases, use a nail brush to regularly wipe the nails clean. If you're at work or school and, don't have a brush handy, wash your nails thoroughly. That's all it takes. Lather warm water and soap on the palm of your hands. Take your fingertips, scratch them against the palm of the other hand to get the soap into the fingernail. Whew! A lot of information. Do that for 20 seconds. Then pull down the fingertips to the palm of the same hand and massage the soap in further. Put your hands upside down under hot running water to rinse. And hand washing. Let's talk about it. Issam says most people concentrate on their palms when hand washing, but that's great. You need to do a little bit more. Here's her quote. You need to get in between the fingers, underneath the nails, on the back of your hand. Rub your knuckles together. Scrub your wrists. That's a direct quote. Now, after wetting your hands, scrub all those areas in soap for 20 seconds. Find a song that has 20 seconds chorus that you can hum it while you scrub. Makes it fun. Then rinse under warm water and dry your hands with a clean, that's another issue. Do not use that kitchen towel you just wiped off your counter with. I know you're doing it. I watched you, and then you're cooking. Use a clean, dry towel. That's all I'm asking. Issam also suggests wrapping a paper towel around your hand when touching dirty surfaces. On your way out of the bathroom, use the towel to shut off the faucet and open the door. Then throw away the towel after you exit. If a hand dryer is what's available, run your hands under the warm air until they're completely dry. Resist the urge of to dry halfway and then walk out. Isam says that may do more harm than good if you leave them kind of half wet because it attracts bacteria faster. Didn't know that. Bacteria want to live on wet surfaces, they said. They are attracted to moistness. That's her quote. If a soap and sink aren't available, Isam says to use hand sanitizer or wipes that are at least 60% alcohol-based. The same process applies. Lather up, wipe all parts of your hand and wrists thoroughly. If you have a cut or wound on your hand, like a paper cut, you wash with care. Here's a quote. Get a washcloth wet with warm water. Put soap on it, then clean around the cut or the wound. Do not put soap directly into the cut. That could really irritate it. And I've done that a time or two. Now, convincing kids, right? That's going to be the hardest, to make sure they stay on top of it. Is it a game that you have with your children, like a star chart for keeping your hands and nails clean? Well, Isam is a pediatrics provider and a mother, so she knows getting kids to wash their hands and mind their nails is a lot easier said than done. Her advice, like I just said, make it fun. When hand washing, sing the ABCs for 20 seconds or have them sing to you. Make a chart. Every time they wash their hands, have them put a sticker on it. They're going to fall in love with it and want to wash their hands over and over again, especially if they're the young kids, and really get it stuck into their forethought of their mind. And remember, Simon says, Isam says it worked with her daughter. Simon says, don't touch your face, as she said it with a little bit of a smirk. Now, you can read more about how to keep your hands clean and prevent the spread of illness by visiting the OSF Healthcare website today. You know, I just love the material that OSF gives us, and we'll be having more conversations with one of our local healthcare providers as the calendar year starts to creep up a little bit. We're also going to be talking to Joe Cunningham from No Labels. This is a big deal for us. As you guys know, I had Joe on a couple of months ago, and we talked about that idea of a unity ticket and what that would mean. They're trying to propose a Republican and Democrat on the same ticket running third party for president of the United States, and I think that they're closer and closer to a decision. Joe Cunningham will join us on Friday at 9:20 in the morning, and we will get a little bit of an announcement. So I'm excited about that. But what I'm also excited for is the growth that Sparks Junk Removal and Hauling's had. I mean, it's amazing. I was driving down to work today, and, you know, I had the best morning, too. Let's throw this in a live read. My dog woke me up with just the best, kind of morning hug and some kisses, got me up and got him over to, I call it doggy daycare at my parents' house, and I started driving to work. To see all the Christmas trees that were lined up, because today was Sparks Junk Removal and Hauling's Christmas tree pickup for the community. Wow. I loved it. There was tons of trees out there utilizing Denise Sparks' team because of their community service project. This was a free pickup for folks in the Alton and Godfrey area, and it's just one of the many things Denise Sparks and Sparks Junk Removal, Hauling, and Trash Pickup do for our region. Go over to sparksjunkremoval.net. That's sparksjunkremoval.net to see the full service listings that they can provide for you. Because listen, you got lucky with Christmas. Your mother-in-law didn't stop by. You're breathing that sigh of relief, but now it's time to get that garage picked up, and that basement's got to be remodeled because there's junk everywhere. Your neighbors are getting ready to report you to the city. Call Sparks Junk Removal and Hauling. For 30 years, they have been the best of the best, and Denise Sparks has earned the nickname Queen of Junk for a reason. They handle it all, and they're eco-friendly. The trash dump, last really resort, is the landfill. They want to make sure they reuse and recycle. Whether or not you need them for junk hauling, demolition, or any of the other sorts, sparksjunkremoval.net, or head on over to sparksjunkremoval.net and hit the Book Now tab for their weekly trash service option, because they have that available for selected areas. You fill out the online form, you put your information in, and then bam! The Queen of Junk is calling you to be a part of her weekly trash service. SparksJunkRemoval.net. That is SparksJunkRemoval.net. And reclaim your space today. We are coming up on the 10 o'clock hour here in the heart of the Riverbend on this 8th day of January. We'll take a little bit of a break, and then we'll come back with top of the hour news next on this Monday morning in downtown Alton. Is it time to buy, sell, or even time to consider a short sale of your property? Meet Lisa Webb, owner of 3rd Street Realty. This local, women-owned, family-operated realty group has over a decade of experience in foreclosures, first-time home buying, and so much more. 3rd Street Realty prides themselves on holding your hand through the entire process. Let their expertise guide you to your dream home. Visit 3rdstrealty.com and start your journey with Lisa Webb today.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trunked. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
.1004, Stevie Nicks, by the way, still rocking it. I don't know, probably in the mid-70s. She was awesome. I saw her and Billy Joel with Dan Herkert a couple of months ago at Arrowhead. And man, I mean, just seeing her and Billy Joel was pretty darn cool. With that being said, 10:04, that is the time on this 8th day of January. And here's what's happening around the Riverbend. Make sure you sign up for your breaking email alerts. And download the Riverbender app. So this is really cool. We're getting there, and we're really excited about it. With the Riverbender app, I mean, I know that you guys either have Fox News, CNN, MSNBC, NBC, CBS, ABC on your phone, but why not have that for local? If you have that app downloaded, you are up to date on any alert. You don't have to worry about the email signups. You just know that you are in the know, as my good pal Ray Hartman would say, each and every day of the work week and on weekends with your daily dose of local. And we're number one for a reason right here in the region. 10:05, we'll take you to St. Louis first. 2023 marked continued growth for St. Louis Downtown Airport. The airport, located in St. Clair County, is credited with helping generate more than $422 million in economic impact for the bi-state region. This is due in large part to the completion of new infrastructure, increased flight operations, and continued expansion by their largest tenant. Momentum is expected to continue in 2024 as business aviation steadily rebounds and tenants expand their employee rosters, adding to the more than 1,500 full-time and part-time jobs already supported by St. Louis Downtown Airport tenants and operations. The airport is the third busiest general aviation airport in Illinois and features a variety of long-term existing tenants who are contributing to the growth and are committed to expanding their operations. In August 2023, St. Louis Downtown Airport did complete construction of a new $5.4 million ground engine run-up and compass calibration pad to help support its tenants' continued growth. The project, which received $5 million in state funding, benefits aircraft maintenance and manufacturing providers operating at the airport, and it will support high-tech aerospace maintenance and trade skill jobs at the airport as well. The largest tenant at St. Louis Downtown Airport is Gulfstream Aerospace Corporation. It announced in June it was investing $28.5 million to expand its completions and outfitting operations at the airport. The expansion augments the company's existing maintenance, repair, and overall MRO facility, which has been operating at St. Louis Downtown Airport since 2017. It will result in the creation of 200 new jobs and the retention of nearly 500 jobs on site. Beyond key infrastructure and expansion projects completed or announced in 2023, St. Louis Downtown Airport saw flight operations and fuel sales continue to rebound from significant air travel impacts felt during the coronavirus pandemic. Flight operations at St. Louis Downtown Airport increased a total of 104,156 during the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2023. This data represents a 2.4 increase over numbers reported in 2022 and a 7% increase over pre-pandemic totals reported in fiscal year 2019. It marks the second consecutive year of growth. Data collected also shows that 1.6 million gallons of fuel were sold during fiscal year 2023, an increase of 9.8% over fiscal year 2022. To learn more about the St. Louis Downtown Airport, you can visit stlouisdowntownairport.com. Dan Brannon brings us the following out of Edwardsville. A Ferguson, Missouri man was charged on Friday, January the 5th, in the death of a Maryland Heights, Missouri man after a body was discovered in Alton in a wooded area on Lincoln Avenue. Madison County State's Attorney Tom Hain and Alton Police Chief Jarrett Ford announced Friday that a 44-year-old man from Ferguson, Missouri, Antonio M. Baker, has been charged with first-degree murder in connection with the death of a man whose body was found in that wooded area off of Lincoln Avenue. The 34-year-old victim found in the wooded area was Andre T. Hawkins of Maryland Heights, Missouri. Alton police did take Baker into custody Thursday night in Missouri. Now, this comes less than 48 hours after the discovery of the victim's body. A municipal worker did discover the body of Hawkins shortly after noon on Wednesday in a wooded area along Lincoln Avenue. Hawkins is said to have suffered numerous gunshots. Baker was held Friday afternoon at St. Louis County Jail. This is pending extradition to Madison County. Haynes' office has filed a petition to deny pretrial release for the defendant. Circuit Judge Kyle Knapp ordered that Baker be held pending a hearing on the detention petition. Haynes said he expects the evidence at trial will show that the killing was not a random act, but rather the result of a dispute that happened in Missouri. Haynes commended the Alton police and other law enforcement agencies involved in this investigation, along with Assistant State's Attorney Luke Yeager and other prosecutors assigned to the Violent Crimes Unit at the State's Attorney's Office. Ford thanked multiple agencies that collaborated with Alton police in the investigation, and both Ford and Haynes offered condolences to the family and loved ones of the victim, and here's their quote. "Our condolences go out to Andre's family and friends," Ford said. "It is my hope that Andre's family and friends find comfort in knowing that Alton Police Department and the many agencies involved in this investigation have worked tirelessly to seek justice for Andre. This charge and the statements made herein are based upon probable cause and are not an indication of guilt. Please note that all suspects are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law." Also in the news, Richard Dahl of Inglewood, California, has organized another fundraiser to remember the life of Jaden Dahl. Jaden died after a shooting on New Year's Day at 2 Woodview Court in Alton. Richard is working with others to try to get Jaden's body back for a proper California burial. Here's his quote. "It is with heavy hearts that we come together to remember a bright soul, Jaden Dahl, who left us far too soon at the tender age of 17. Jaden's life was tragically cut short by a senseless act of gun violence, leaving our community devastated and grappling with the pain of an untimely loss. Jaden was a vibrant spirit with dreams and aspirations that were abruptly extinguished. He touched the lives of those around him with his infectious laughter, his genuine kindness, and a warmth that radiated from within. As we mourn the loss of this promising young man, we are faced with the difficult task of ensuring that he is laid to rest with dignity and respect that he deserves. To ease the burden of Jaden's grieving family during this incredibly challenging time, we have established a GoFundMe campaign to raise funds for his funeral expenses. We understand the financial constraint should be the least of the family's worries as they navigate the unimaginable grief that accompanies such a tragic loss. Richard stressed that every contribution, no matter what size, will make a significant impact on alleviating the financial strain that comes with laying a loved one to rest. Let's come together as a community to honor Jaden's memory and provide support to his grieving family. Your kindness and compassion will not only help cover funeral costs, but also serve as a testament to the love and unity that defines our community in times of adversity. To view and contribute to the GoFundMe, it's available online in the RiverBender.com article with a hyperlink that will take you directly to it. Also in the news, out of Glen Carbon, let it go, we cannot hold it back anymore. Y'all know the song and are probably finishing the lyrics in your head right now as I'm reading them. It's been 10 years since the original release of the movie Frozen, and it was an instant hit with kids around the world. The 2019 sequel once again brought the beloved princesses Elsa and Anna back into the spotlight with a new generation of kids. Now, as the world awaits 2025, the release of Frozen 3, Goshen Theater Project is going to bring the emotional bond between these two sisters to the stage in a musical adaptation of Frozen Jr. Performances will take place at the Hittenhausen Center for the Arts in Lebanon, Illinois, with shows on January 19th and 20th at 7 p.m. plus matinees on January 20th and 21st at 2:30 in the afternoon. These family-friendly shows are estimated to be about 90 minutes, which includes a 15-minute intermission. Tickets are selling fast, with over half the tickets already sold. If you don't want to miss out, tickets are available at a hyperlink. It's with gtp.booktix.com. There's a hyperlink on the RiverBender.com press release. They will also be holding a special cocoa and cookies fundraiser before the event and each of their matinee shows. You can join them on January 20th or the 21st at 1 o'clock through 1:45 in the afternoon to enjoy cookies and cocoa with a chocolate fountain, magic light-up wand, and a special meet and greet with some of their characters. The actors in this production range in age from 6 years old to 18, and they are ready to light up the stage with their handmade costumes and months of hard work. You don't want to miss this one. Directors are looking forward to sharing this talented cast with audience members. Frozen Jr. is the first show for Goshen Theater Project in 2024, but more announcements have already been made. You can find them at Goshen Theater Project /camps online to find out any information about the 2024 summer camps, and you can register now for Disney Aristocrats Kids and Disney's Aladdin Jr. by visiting the website today. Dalton Brown reporting out of Jerseyville. The Jersey County Republican Central Committee is hosting their annual Lincoln Day dinner once again starting at 5 p.m. Saturday, January the 27th at American Legion Post 492 in Jerseyville. This year's event will feature keynote speaker Illinois Supreme Court Justice Lisa Holder White, who also recently visited Jersey Community High School last November. Tickets for Lincoln Day dinner will be $25 at the door, and the event begins at 5 p.m. with cocktails at 5 p.m. and followed by dinner at 6. Gourmet desserts, water or tea, and a catered dinner will be there, as well as admission to see the guest speakers. In addition to the speakers and dinner, the evening will go to see a silent auction, a raffle, 50-50 drawing taking place, giving attendees a chance to win plenty of great items. American Legion Post 492 is located at 300 Veterans Memorial Parkway and West Fairgrounds Avenue in Jerseyville. For more information, you can visit jerseycountygop.com. That's jerseycountygop.com, or call 618-978-7160 to support the Jersey County Republican Central Committee. With a donation, you can call this number, 618-772-4315. 10:16 is the time. Let's take a look at the weather. It's warming up out there, but it doesn't feel like it. It's 36 degrees, and it still feels like 33. Today, breezy with considerable cloudiness and a little rain this afternoon. Tonight, rain, breezy this evening. There can be some wet snowflakes mixed in this evening, so please be mindful. Temperatures will reach 42 degrees today, drop down to 34 overnight on Tuesday, a high of 40, a low of 26 degrees, and a 95% chance of precipitation. On Wednesday, a high of 40, a low of 27, just clouds in the sky on Wednesday, no precipitation. And then on Thursday, a 10% chance of rain and snow, 43 for the high, 36 for the low as we head into Friday, where we can expect 41 for the high, 16 degrees for the low, and a 96% chance of snowfall on Friday, January the 12th. For the Alton skyline and that really cool webcam that's available on live stream, head on over to RiverBender.com /weather. And for time and temperature throughout the day, give this phone number a ring, 618-465-4545. This time powered by Bounce Back, Rehab, Recover, and Return Home. Hey, I need you to join us this Saturday, January the 13th at 7 p.m. at Lewis and Clark Community College for the Harmons, not just for them, but for the 46th annual Lewis and Clark Community College Show. How cool is that? You name me an event that's been longer running than the Harmons annual at Lewis and Clark Community College. Now, this event starts at 7 p.m. Saturday, January the 13th, and features Mo Pitney and the Harmons. This is going to be an awesome show. Tickets are really cheap, and they shouldn't be. $20 per person. Let me repeat that. $20 per person. How about that for the Harmons and Mo Pitney this Saturday at 7 p.m. That's a hell of a deal. For tickets, you call 618-278-4422. That's 618-278-4422 or 618-917-7355 for those tickets for this Saturday, January the 13th at 7 p.m. at Lewis and Clark Community College. Mo Pitney and the Harmons for the Harmon Bluegrass 46th Annual Lewis and Clark Community College Show. Give this number a ring, 618-278-4422, and buy your tickets today And all I ask is once you call, you just say, CJ sent me your way. We'll take a quick break. We'll take a look at what happened on this date in history right after this, in the heart of the Riverbend. When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
Is it time to buy, sell, or even time to consider a short sale of your property? Meet Lisa Webb, owner of 3rd Street Realty. This local, women-owned, family-operated realty group has over a decade of experience in foreclosures, first-time home buying, and so much more. 3rd Street Realty prides themselves on holding your hand through the entire process. Let their expertise guide you to your dream home. Visit 3rdstrealty.com and start your journey with Lisa Webb today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Look around your world, pretty baby. Is it everything you hoped it'd be? The wrong guy, the wrong situation, the right time to roll to me.
I feel like this is like the song of like the 90s. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, don't yell at me. Hey, really interesting day in history on this 8th day of January. We'll start with the big one. Crazy Horse fights his last battle in 1877. On this date, Crazy Horse and his warriors, outnumbered, low on ammunition, and forced to use outdated weapons to defend themselves, fight their final losing battle against the United States cavalry in Montana. 6 months earlier, the Battle of Little Bighorn, Crazy Horse and his ally, Chief Sitting Bull, led their combined forces of Sioux and Cheyenne to a stunning victory over Lieutenant Colonel George Custer and his men. The Indians were resisting the U.S. government's efforts to force them back to the reservations. After Custer and over 200 of his soldiers were killed in the conflict, later dubbed Custer's Last Stand, the American public at the time wanted revenge, and as a result, the U.S. Army launched a winter campaign in 1876-77 led by General Nelson Miles against the remaining hostile Indians on the northern plains. Combining military forces with diplomatic overtures, Nelson convinced many Indians to surrender and return to the reservations. Much to Nelson's frustrations, though, Sitting Bull refused to give in and fled across the border to Canada, where he and his people remained for 4 years before finally returning to the United States to surrender in 1881. Sitting Bull died in 1890. Meanwhile, Crazy Horse and his band also refused to surrender, even though they were suffering from illness and starvation. Wow. On January 8th, General Miles found Crazy Horse's camp along Montana's Tongue River. U.S. soldiers opened fire with their big wagon-mounted guns, driving the Indians from their warm tents out into the raging blizzard. Crazy Horse and his warriors managed to regroup on a ridge and return fire, but most of their ammunition was gone, and they were reduced to fighting with bow and arrows. They managed to hold off the soldiers long enough for the women and the children to escape under the cover of the blinding blizzard before they turned to follow them. Though he escaped decisive defeat, Crazy Horse realized that Miles and his men, well equipped, and would eventually hunt down and destroy his cold, hungry followers. On May the 6th, Crazy Horse led 1,100 Indians to Red Cloud Reservation near Nebraska's Fort Robinson and surrendered. 5 months later, a guard fatally stabbed him after allegedly resisting imprisonment by Indian policemen. And in 1948, American sculptor began the work on the Crazy Horse Memorial, a massive monument carved into the mountain in South Dakota. And still to this day, a work in progress. The monument will eventually stand 641 feet high and 563 feet long when completed. Also on this date, in 1790, President George Washington delivers the first State of the Union address to the assembled Congress in New York City. Washington's address gave a brief but excellent outline of his administration's policies that were designed by Alexander Hamilton. Did not know that. On this date in 1916, Rembrandt Bugatti, a sculptor and younger brother of Italian auto designer and manufacturer Ettore Bugatti, commits suicide at the age of 31. Also, on this date in history, we all remember this from 2011. Gabrielle Gifford, a U.S. Congresswoman from Arizona, is critically injured when a man goes on a shooting rampage during the Congressional Women's meeting with constituents outside a supermarket and was gunned down. She ultimately ended up returning to Congress for just a heartwarming speech. In 1812, 2 weeks after the War of 1812 officially ended with the signing of the Treaty of Ghent, U.S. General Andrew Jackson achieves the greatest American victory of the war at the Battle of New Orleans. On this date in 1962, at the National Gallery of Art in Washington, D.C., Leonardo da Vinci's masterpiece, the Mona Lisa, is exhibited for the first time in America before cake is thrown. Oh, sorry, that was an old one. But it is. Cake is really thrown on that quite a bit. In an address before a joint meeting of Congress on this date in 1918, U.S. President Woodrow Wilson discussed the aims of the United States in World War I and outlines his 14 points for achieving a lasting peace in Europe. On this date in history, in 1876, Congress overrides President Johnson's veto of a bill granting all adult male citizens of the District of Columbia the right to vote, and the bill becomes law. One final one on this date in history, Elvis Presley. In completing versions of the story, what Elvis really wanted for his birthday was a rifle or a bicycle, but fairly typical choices for a boy his age growing up in the outskirts of Tupelo, Mississippi. He did not receive any of those toys. He received his first guitar, and the rest is history. That's what happened on this date on January the 8th. The time, 10:27. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back with Ab's workout plans right after this on RiverBender.com. Is it time to buy, sell, or even time to consider a short sale of your property? Meet Lisa Webb, owner of 3rd Street Realty. This local, women-owned, family-operated realty group has over a decade of experience in foreclosures, first-time home buying, and so much more. 3rd Street Realty prides themselves on holding your hand through the entire process. Let their expertise guide you to your dream home. Visit 3rdstrealty.com and start your journey with Lisa Webb today.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trunked. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Jesse James, still trying to make a name, knowing nothing's gonna change what I am.
10:32, a little bit of breaking news, not for us locally. Listen to this, Abby. Tiger and Nike are parting ways. Tiger Woods has had enough and announces the end of the 27-year partnership with Nike. There's some breaking news for you. Wow.
Dang.
I don't know. It's going to be weird to see him on the tour without a Nike shirt on.
Yeah.
You know, kind of different.
Maybe he'll go for Adidas or something, you know?
Or maybe he just goes with Ab's workout plans. And then we have Ab's workout plans all over the PGA Tour, you know?
Hey, why not? We'll go for it.
So this has been a great year for you.
Yes.
I mean, well, now that you're started, but last year was a great year for you.
Yeah.
Take me through it.
Yeah, so, well, originally, like, you know, when I was here last time, I was, like, telling you how I started in my garage.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, we're moving into this new place, and it's so exciting. And now we're moving into an even bigger place, and I'm just so tired of moving.
So you moved twice in a year?
Yes. Well, we're actually moving this Friday, so technically it's, like, not... It's like
a year
the new
in a couple of weeks.
Yes, yeah. But yeah, we're moving into the new place this Friday. And so, yeah, it's just been crazy. So with everything like
That's
that.
incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, that talk about a successful year. That's a good problem to have.
Yeah. Well, they tell you to, whenever you're picking a facility, get something that you can outgrow and go into. But like, you know, I was like, oh, well, I started my 200 square foot and then I'll go to 650. Well, I apparently needed more than that. And so we've just been in a situation where, you know, Saturday I had a group class and we were fitting 12 people in a group class in the 650 square foot garage.
Oh, good luck.
Like, I mean, we made it work, but it's just getting to the point where we're like, okay, we need some space, you know? So
Did you expect the growth?
I don't know. I mean, I love what I do, and I just keep going and enjoy working with other people and stuff. And so I wake up every day excited to work and help others. And so I never really expected it to get like this, but I'm always looking for what can I do more? What can I do better? And so it just kind of turned into something where what's the next step? And it was unexpected, really. But if you put time and effort and dedication and persistency, then it really does pay off,
Well, you got to ride the wave, too. And
Yeah.
I know that when you came on the show, it seemed like a couple of weeks later, I saw you on Fox 2. And but you have to ride that and you have to embrace it.
Yeah.
Because it's tiring.
Yeah. There's a lot that goes into it. And the bigger you get, the more problems and the more chaos it gets. But I love it because just being able to offer more to the area and to other people, especially being like a woman-owned business. I think
Right.
that's like really cool because there's no other person in the area that's a woman-owned fitness business. So I think that's really, really cool to do. And just go to show if you put hard work, effort, and time, then you can really pay off,
Well, and
So-
Abby, don't take away from the fact you're a young woman-owned business, too.
Yeah.
You aren't even 30 years old yet.
No. No.
This is incredible.
Yeah, I know. It's just, I don't know. I've always been the person, the type to just, what can I do better? Like, how can I strive to be the best I can be? And so even in high school, when I did my bodybuilding competition my senior year, I just, didn't want to be average. I wanted to be, what can I be the best and to be better, and I wanted more than just average.
So take me through this. How'd you find this place at 620 Arms Way?
Yeah, so actually Caleb was looking for a place, and these guys, we found on Facebook Marketplace. We were touring different places. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, so we were touring different places and stuff, and then came along this place, and there was actually two different places. They were right next to each other. And I saw this place, and it was originally, they did it for safety for a company, I think Olin or something. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
They did safety training in there, and that's what there was. And then there also was a church in the other section. And so I was I saw it, and I was like, this is it. And so I kept, going back and forth, trying to decide if this was the right move. Because the other thing is, so we are only 3 minutes away from our current location, but the other thing is we're kind of hidden now, so
Yeah.
we're not on Godfrey Road. But I'm if we have the following, we have, honestly, everyone's been referral, that it'll all work out,
Yeah.
So, that's kind of how we came along this place, and I found it, and then immediately just started, putting in all the work, and I was I want to make it a big event. I want it to be the grand opening, because we never did a grand opening for our current place, but I was it's just it was just so small. It's what are you gonna do? Oh, here's the garage, and then,
There's a blade of grass over there.
yeah. So I was I just didn't really feel like it needed that, but this one is really we're almost quadrupling our space. So
One on top of that too, I think you're right to hold off on it, because sometimes I think that we all get excited about doing, enough. I'll get to your text in a second. Okay. I know that, a lot of times we jump the gun.
Yes.
And, it's all right, grand opening, but we don't have actually all the ideas and all the movement in place.
Yeah.
So to take a couple of years and really develop this to becoming what you want it to be, and
Yes.
then doing the grand opening, it's perfect.
Exactly. And the other thing what's really cool is I partner with all 5 or 6 different health and wellness vendors that are going to be there in the local area. So that's what's going to be really cool. So we're going to have...
Hold on, we'll touch base on that. That's a
Okay.
tease to make them stay.
Okay.
But I got to ask you, before we do, we take the break and we come back with all the details on this event, I got to ask you, this is really cool to see, as 2 young entrepreneurs that started a family, and Caleb too, that's what I mean,
Yeah.
to have both successful with the companies that are really driving forward and helping the local economy, really. This is great.
I think it's awesome, and it just goes to show, no matter how old, how young you are, you can do anything you set your mind to. So don't think that anything is too big or too small, because you can do anything that you're just up for the challenge for. So.
Damn, you took the words right out of my mouth. 10:38's the time. We'll come back with Abby Thurman, and we'll talk all about this grand opening that's set in stone for this Saturday at 10:45.
Yeah.
Reason for that number?
We're cutting the ribbon at 10:45, and then 11 is going to be the open house vendors.
Okay,
yeah,
I
so
love it.
We're doing the ribbon cutting at 10:45 with Riverbend Growth Association. So
We'll find out all about those details right after this quick pause on RiverBender.com.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Lennox system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganast Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganast Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Sitting in the sun, I'm sure it'll hit me when I walk through that door tonight. Yeah, I'm gonna miss her. Oh, looky there, I've got a bite.
He might have a bite. I got Abby Thurman in studio for the grand opening officially of Ab's workout plans this Saturday, January the 13th at 10:45. That's when the ribbon cutting is commencing, and then 11 o'clock is when the doors swing wide on open.
Yes.
And you get to check out the next chapter of Abby's journey here with all of you. Now, this is cool. So I made him wait through a commercial break. Who's coming to this event?
I like how you're doing that
Yeah,
because
see?
it works. Yes.
I hope.
Yeah. Yes. So we are having, I think 5 or 6 different vendors. You okay there?
I have a drinking problem.
It's okay. It's okay. So we're having 5 or 6 different vendors, and one of the vendors is Pure Need Med Spa. And each vendor, what's really cool, is going to give a giveaway there just for coming. Like,
really?
Yes. And I counted, it's like over, like probably up to $1,000 worth in prizes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So like free massage giveaway. We're going to give 1 free month of personal training and a free shirt. Yeah. Just for coming. Like you just come through the door and we put your name in the basket just to be drawn. One Stop Supplements in Monticello Plaza. They're going to be there. They're giving
Do you like them?
Oh, I love them. Yeah.
Okay.
We go to them all the time. Me and Caleb. They really know their stuff. They recommend a lot of good things, and they just really take the time to actually explain what you're getting, you know. Cool. And then also we have, who else? So we have them, and they're offering a gift card with like a shaker and supplement gift card to theirs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, and then we also have Ageless Med Spa. Do you know Megan? Yeah. So she does, injections and stuff. She's giving away a free Hydra facial. Yeah.
Those are huge.
I know.
Now, is she the one that does the IV drips too, or is that a different person? That might be a different
That
person.
might be a different person.
But the hydrofacial is really beneficial.
Yeah. So she's on Godfrey Road there, and she just opened. She's only been in business, I think, for 2 years now. And so I invited her to come out. So she's coming out. Jessica Grace, from at Brush,
yeah.
she's going to be there. She's offering a free spray tan and a facial also.
I need the spray tan.
Yeah, right? Especially now, right? And then we also have, who else is going to be there? A meal prep company. It's called Prep LLC, and they're going to be doing samples of their overnight oats for free. And then I also am having appetizers. They're going to do little charcuterie cups that you can grab and go and eat while you're meeting with everybody. And then we're going to have a photo op. I'm going to have AWS balloons, jazz it up a little bit.
It.
And then there's going to be a boutique there that does athletic clothes. They're in they're in Jersey County somewhere.
Really?
Yeah, they reached out and they're like, can I be there? I've had so many people can I be there? I was like, sure, why not? And then we're also going to have a fitness photography guy there too, that he does fitness photos. He's done our fitness photos and he's like, can I be there? I was like, why not? The more the merrier. So
I'll have to ask you more about the Jersey County because I'm curious about that.
Yeah.
I want to get her on the show.
I didn't know about her either. I think it's called Trio Boutique, but
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, she messaged me and she's like, can I be at the event? I do athletic clothes. I think she's in Brighton or somewhere in that area, but she's a boutique and she sells online and stuff, and she's coming to more pop-up events and stuff. So each vendor's offering a prize for coming, and so it's really cool to be able to meet everyone local, that you can find all these health and wellness things that we're all going to be together right there.
I just think it's so cool that, it seems like some folks that you knew for this that are coming, and some that, like you said, just saw this and thought, let's be a part of it.
Yeah.
You got to feel pretty damn good to have your grand opening getting absorbed by this many people.
Well, I'm honestly, I want to work with other people. I don't want to just be I'm in my own way.
Yeah.
I want to be able to refer people. I can't do massages, so why don't I refer them to Caitlin at her place? Or, I can't do facial, so I'll refer them to Jessica. Or I can't do injections, or I'll refer them to Megan at Ageless. And so just being able to, I do the physical and the nutrition, being able to refer other people in different ways you can be healthy. I feel like that's a really good way to connect and create a health and wellness community together.
Well, and see, that's what I think CEO taught us so well is that
Yeah.
you can't just be on an island by yourself. Because
Yeah.
once you are, you're going to fail pretty quickly.
Exactly.
And the way that you built a network in the last year and a half, 2 years is really, it's a testament to what we learned in there, but also it's a testament to putting your money where your mouth is and just doing it,
Yeah, and I feel like don't ever look I've always learned, my parents taught me, don't burn bridges with anyone.
Amen.
You want to be able to connect with these people and talk with them, and each person has their own story, or you don't know how you'll come back into play with them. And that's why I feel like community and working with others is very, very important, and also being respectful of the community you live in,
Yeah.
So.
Well, and that's another thing is don't be invasive, right?
Yeah.
And that's a huge point that I think some people forget about. It's just be a part of it, open your arms up, and they'll open their arms up to you.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, if you've never heard about us or anything, just come check us out, because we have so much to offer, and I think I started off very small, but we're growing in new ways, and we got over we have turf in our new place. We're gonna have I got $10,000-$15,000 worth of new equipment coming in. Also, we're doing free in-body scans for any new people that are coming in.
What is that?
So an in-body scan it actually calculates your muscle to body fat ratio, and it's an $8,000 machine that we're the only place here in Godfrey in Alton that offers this. No other place. The other place that offers this, you have to go to Edwardsville, and so that's what's really cool is all of our clients get to use that. But if you come to the event, we're going to do a free one for you.
What's it show?
So it actually shows your muscle, how much muscle you have, your body fat percentage, how much muscle you have in each upper extremity and lower extremity. It shows you your basal metabolic rate, how many calories you burn. It's it's a whole printout of exactly where you're at and what you need to do to get to your goals.
Okay, I'm
cool?
I'm like really. I don't know if I want to take the test though, because I already know what I don't have, Abby. You
You're
know,
like, I know what I need to work on, but it's really good to see.
It's the metallic thing, or what you just said that I'm interested in is how much I need to start eating and what I got working.
Well,
with.
and what's really cool is, you know, I'll get on the scale and say I weigh 145, and someone else will get on the scale and say 145. But what you see the difference is, you know, I have more muscle than maybe that other person.
Yeah.
So that's why that number on the scale, I don't like it because it doesn't define you. Rather than if you see how your body's actually made up, then you can actually see what it's broken down to, which is important, you know, rather than just focusing on that number on the scale, because you could either be too high in body fat or too high, not ever too high in muscle, but, you know, have not enough muscle. And so, you know, I feel like that's very important to see, and people don't look at that. They just say, oh, I want to be 120, but you're like, what do you want to be 120 of? Do you want to be muscular 120? Like, you need that muscle to be able to do movement and daily activities, you know, so.
That's a really good point, because I'm like, you know, if I'm just 160, I'll feel good, you know? But then it's like, what type of 160? You want the chin at 160, or you just want to look okay at 160, you know?
Exactly, and that's why I love this machine, because it's called an InBody, and it's really, you know, breaks down exactly what you need to do and where you're at and what you need to work on. And a lot of people get on there and go, oh my gosh, I never knew. And I'm like, yeah. You know?
But see, I feel like that's just like really just, it's innovative, because there's so many times we all for years saw our weights and go, all right, well, I'm weighing 143 and I need to eat more.
Yeah, well, and I think that's another thing is muscle weighs more than fat. So, you know, the more muscle you have, you know, like my husband, he weighs 190, and, you know, like, but he's super muscular, and so
I loved his dad bod post.
Yeah.
It made me feel really bad about myself, but it was hilarious.
He's like, I got 600 likes on that.
I bet he did.
I was like, lucky you. I was like, look at you go. He's like, yeah. I was like, he's cracking me up. He was like, dang, all these people. And they got so many comments on it, and I was like, dang. Yeah.
All these people, F you, man.
Yeah, I know, right? Because me and Caleb are actually, we're going to do a bodybuilding competition together. And,
really?
Yeah, in May. So we're both competing at the same show. We won't compete together because, you know, you don't compete with.
Now that would be a fun show.
Yeah, right.
That would be a fun show.
He would beat me definitely.
I meant like together as a team. You do like a couples
that
body.
That would be cool.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, that would be cool.
Throwing out ideas.
Right? Let's sponsor it. Why not?
Well, I got a couple of minutes left, so let's go through this. What are some of the services you provide, and what's the best way for people to reach out to you?
Yeah, so we provide personal training, nutrition coaching, online coaching. We're having our New Year Better You Challenge that's on our website you can sign up for, where you get prize money and stuff. That's happening. It starts January 15th.
Wow.
Today's the last day for early bird prices, so make sure you sign up for that, because
there you go.
You don't want to miss that. And then we do group classes too. Group classes are really, really good. We have like 15 classes a week. And then, you know, working out, nutrition, just helping people to feel better, get better without relying on, you know, medications. We're all about how can you find the natural, holistic approach to weight loss or building muscle, you know?
You don't want Ozempic?
No. No, I don't, unless you need it
exactly
for what you need it for. But I really feel like, you know, teach your body how to do it the natural way, so then you learn and understand and can grow into that way, you know?
Well, and on top of that, okay, I'm going to get in so much trouble. I worked for a station across in St. Louis, and one of their clients was a weight loss supplement. And it was this elixir of, you put a little liquid and you got to drink it, and then you can only eat this for 4 months, and then you'll lose all this weight, and if you don't eat just that, you're going to balloon up.
Yes.
And that's what I think frustrates me, because just in pro wrestling, Abby, you can tell the detriment to the health these guys have when they're 50. And
lose muscle.
Quickly. And and they hurt themselves, their body's gone, they have no movement in their joints because they didn't do it the right way, like you're advising people.
Yeah, it's definitely hard. You're fighting with all the, you know, the medicine out there and stuff, but it's like, honestly, if you can just learn the right way, then you feel better in the end, and you also learn, and you did the work, so you feel better about it.
Mentally, you didn't cheat.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're like, I did the work. I can, you know, pat myself on the back because I did it, you know?
You can pat yourself on the back, but wait until January the 13th when you stop in at 10:45 for that ribbon cutting at 620 Armsway Drive in Godfrey. Give us a little bit of a road marker for that. What do we look for?
So it's kind of like you know where King's Air Conditioning is? it's back behind there. So there's a salon there, and then there's that big, huge warehouse, King's Air Conditioning. You just turn on that road and you go all the way back. It's back there. It's by a cornfield.
No. You know what? I like it because you're on the highway.
Yeah, it's right off the highway. Yeah. So it's not. It's just like 3 minutes down the road. It's not right off the road, but it's still like we're only moving 3 minutes away. It's really not bad, you know. So it's perfect.
Dan, I'm working. Stop it, Dan. You can stop by at 10:45 on Saturday for the ribbon cutting, and you can pat yourself on the back afterwards, knowing from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. You stopped by, got that free in-body scan for new customers only, enjoyed light appetizers with friends and staff of Ab's workout plans, win prizes, meet local health and wellness vendors, and hang out with Abby and Caleb.
Yeah.
There you go. Anything else, Abby?
No, I think that's it. I hope to see you guys all there. I would love to see new faces. Just come and meet me. I love talking to people. So yeah, it would be fun.
There you go. And I'm asking you to hang out with me during this commercial break because we got to wrap up this Monday morning right after this. When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
Is it time to buy, sell, or even time to consider a short sale of your property? Meet Lisa Webb, owner of 3rd Street Realty. This local, women-owned, family-operated realty group has over a decade of experience in foreclosures, first-time home buying, and so much more. 3rd Street Realty prides themselves on holding your hand through the entire process. Let their expertise guide you to your dream home. Visit 3rdstrealty.com and start your journey with Lisa Webb today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
I don't know when I'll be back again. Oh, babe, I hate to go. There's so many times I've let you down. So many times I've played.
10:56. So we don't have time for an All-Star Award, but I can give you one. A man crashed his car outside a I do get paid, a Bass, B-A-S-S, bro shop in Alabama. Stripped down to his birthday suit and plunged into the giant aquarium inside the store. Police have said that the ordeal happened on Thursday night in front of shocked shoppers. That's a good band name. In the town just outside Birmingham, Leeds Police Chief Paul Irwin said in a statement, 42-year-old Alabama man did a quote-unquote cannonball leap into the aquarium and then stood under the waterfall, letting it all hang out. He left the water to yell at 2 officers, then dove back into the aquarium to get them to follow him. Well, that's what the police are saying. So the man eventually climbed over the side of the aquarium and fell from grace, literally to the concrete floor below. Police then apprehended him and gave him a taser to boot. IA.com reported he faced... Oh, man. See what happens when Bama loses in the playoffs? He faces several charges, including public lewdness, disorderly conduct, and criminal mischief. The man was in the water for about 5 minutes before police arrived and, ended the birthday party quickly. Let's see. Do I have time for one more? let's see. Do I have time for one more? Okay, yeah, let's do that. So a pair of strays have landed themselves in the doghouse after being caught on video causing more than $250,000 worth of damage at a Houston car dealership. And I thought Nico ripping up the stuffed animals was bad. One dog described as a bull terrier mix, captured early December, and the second, whose breed, not known, caught on December the 31st. Both dogs are being held without bond by the Houston Animal Control Shelter. Dogs were captured on surveillance camera scratching the paint and tearing bumpers off the lot at G Motors. According to the dealership's finance manager, they caused an estimated $350,000 in damages. The sales manager, Gabby Fakori, contacted BARC when the attacks began in November. They believe the dogs entered by crawling under a fence and that they were chasing stray cats that led them to the stray car bumper. I'm out of time, 10:59. I'll see you tomorrow live at 9 for more of our daily show with Tara Lee Griffin, home builders, remodelers, Luis, and all of you. So on that note, have a great day. Enjoy your Monday, but most importantly, try your best to stay out of jail.